Hello and welcome to Q&As. These are little Q&As that are going to go alongside our normal weekly Thursday vlogs, and they are the opportunity for you to ask us questions and for us to try and give you some answers. So if you've got any comments or questions or opinions, put them down below in the comments section and we'll see what we can do. Let's get into it, and here's the question. Matt Chuckano, or Chucknote, or I'm really sorry Matt, I don't know how to pronounce your surname, but anyway, Matt asked this a few days ago. Hi guys, probably a little contentious, but as a long-term liveaboard and a long-term follower of sailing vlogs on YouTube, do you think that the corporates are starting to exert their financial power a little too much? Sponsoring and Patreon are fair enough, but I noticed a couple of vlogs are receiving many thousands of dollars per video and apparent sweetheart deals. You know who they are. It all seems to be getting away from the original intent of the cruising lifestyle. What are your thoughts? So thank you for raising a contentious question, Matt, and thank you very much indeed for becoming a Patreon. That's fantastic, and welcome aboard. So I guess what we should really do is look at what does it mean? What is the cruising lifestyle? What is the original intent of the cruising lifestyle? But before we do that, I think we should also look at why people vlog at all when they're on boats. Starting with us, because that's what I know about best, why we're here right now. So when Jamie was a boy, he started writing diaries, and throughout his life he's recorded what he's done in some format or another. When I first met him in the Caribbean, he'd been sailing all over Europe and he'd just crossed the Atlantic. And while he was doing that, he set up a blog to keep his family and his friends abreast of everything that he was experiencing, with lots of photos and lots of stories about what he was seeing. Then, when we were in Turkey, he ramped it up to a full-blown website, and I started to help him a little bit with some of the storytelling. The next thing we did was we moved from Turkey to India, and for that particular adventure, we added, not only to the website, we added podcasts. So we were podcasting and recording, hopefully as much as possible on a daily basis, what we were experiencing on that very long, arduous and exciting journey. Once in India, we both began to take the storytelling a stage further. Jamie concentrated on images and I concentrated on writing. And then finally, when we got to Thailand and we started the refit, we decided that we needed to keep a video diary of everything that we were doing, because it was so enormous. We felt it was a good way of actually keeping track of everything. So we started to release a weekly video on YouTube of the refit. It was towards the end of that that a friend of ours, Bian from Sailing Totems, said, you know, your videos are getting lots of hits. Have you thought about getting them sponsored or getting some kind of recognition from your viewers? And she told us about SV Delos and what they were doing on Patreon. Well, we looked at what they were doing and we realised that we had this huge backlog of videos, and we were receiving all kinds of comments from people saying they would like to donate something to help us. So we thought, got to do it. It's a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest with you. So why do other cruisers vlog? Well, over the last couple of years we've seen a really huge explosion in sailing vlogs all over YouTube. I suspect that some of them are doing this because they've seen people like La Vagabond and Delos and other channels doing really well through sponsorship and through Patreon. And I also suspect that they're doing this because they think that they may be able to grab some of the action and help it fund their lifestyle. While Jamie and I are on Patreon, we don't actually use it to fund our lifestyle. We've done that through renting out our flat in London and living off the income since 2005. For us, Patreon is a way of allowing us to have a little bit more cash, a bit of pin money, to buy really good camera equipment, new laptops, to pay for the enormous amount of Wi-Fi it costs, an internet connection, loads of other bits and pieces. And all of that is to help us make much better videos. And I think if you go right back to the beginning and you look at what we were doing to what we're doing now, I really hope that you will see there has been some improvement. But if, unlike us, you have no regular income, you've still got to find a way of funding the lifestyle. We know people who do all kinds of things. Some of them flip burgers and work in restaurants. Some use their sailing skills to teach or to deliver boats. And some try the vlogging way. But is there really any difference between flipping a burger, teaching sailing, or putting out a sailing channel? They're all trying to do the same things, aren't they? And do we think that corporate sponsorship actually compromises your liveaboard or cruising lifestyle? I'm not really sure about that, because I think that if you got some really fabulous deal, it might actually make your cruising lifestyle even better. So maybe it's not the cruising lifestyle that's being compromised, but maybe it's the sailing vlog that's being compromised by these corporates. If all of a sudden you're having to behave in a certain way or do certain things or go to a certain place, and the viewers find that that is not real, and the viewers feel irritated or even shortchanged by what they're now seeing, then maybe we have got a problem, and maybe there is a compromise there. I don't know, it's just a suggestion. I'd like to know what people think about that. Jamie and I have always seen recording our lifestyle in all its adventure and utter banality as a hobby. It's something that we do and that we love doing. The moment it becomes a chore and the moment somebody starts telling us what to do, I think we would give it up. But, as the Godfather himself says, sometimes you just might receive an offer you can't refuse. Do let us have your opinions in the comments below. Let's get a debate going. I'd really like to know what everybody thinks about our vlog, other vlogs, and whether any of us are being compromised by corporate or any kind of sponsorship. I think it's a really interesting one, and it's something we would like to know your opinions on. So that's it for now. Peace and fair winds.